Toronto is a city in motion, a place where the rhythm of daily life is set by the constant flow of people, vehicles, and energy. But in recent years, something remarkable has been happening on its streets. The soundtrack is changing. The familiar drone of engines is being joined and sometimes replaced by the gentle whir of bicycle wheels and the soft hum of rubber on pavement. Once dominated by the roar of car engines, the city now hums with the energy of cyclists weaving through traffic, carving out a new identity for Toronto's streets. Protected bike lanes, once a rare sight, now line major arteries like Bloor and Danforth, creating safe corridors for riders of all ages and abilities. These lanes are alive with commuters heading to work, students pedaling to class, parents with children in tow, and seniors rediscovering the joy of cycling, all choosing bikes for their daily journeys. Cycling is no longer just a weekend pastime or a niche hobby. It's become a core part of Toronto's transportation network, woven into the fabric of city life. This shift didn't happen overnight. It's the result of years of planning, passionate advocacy, and spirited debate among city leaders, residents, and cycling enthusiasts. The city is reimagining its streets as public spaces for everyone, not just for cars, but for people walking, cycling, and connecting with their neighborhoods. Streets designed for people are proving to be more vibrant, resilient, and welcoming. Cafes spill out onto sidewalks, and the buzz of conversation mingles with the sound of passing bikes. The growing network of bike lanes is a visible sign of this new philosophy, one that prioritizes safety, accessibility, and sustainability for all Torontonians. It's more than just infrastructure. It's a cultural shift, a reimagining of what city life can look and feel like. The bicycle is becoming a symbol of a modern, forward-thinking Toronto, representing innovation, adaptability, and a commitment to a greener future. It stands for health, sustainability, and community, values that are increasingly important as the city grows and evolves. Today, the energy is palpable. Bikes fill racks outside bustling cafes, offices, and subway stations, signaling a new era of urban mobility and connection. This is the story of a city learning to embrace the simple, powerful machine that is the bicycle, a tool for change, for health, and for bringing people together. Toronto's transformation is visible, audible, and unstoppable. The city pulses with new energy as more people choose two wheels over four. The city's streets are evolving, and so is its identity. Each new bike lane is a step toward a more inclusive, dynamic, and sustainable Toronto. The future of Toronto is being shaped by two wheels, as children and adults alike discover the freedom and possibility that cycling brings. And the revolution is just beginning. Toronto's two-wheeled transformation is setting the pace for cities everywhere, proving that when a city chooses to move forward, sometimes the best way is on a bike. The bicycle's roots in Toronto run deep, stretching back to the city's earliest days when two wheels offered a sense of freedom and adventure. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, cycling clubs flourished, and the sight of groups of riders pedaling through city streets was a common one. Bicycles were not just a pastime, they were a symbol of progress, independence, and the promise of modern urban life. But as the decades passed, the role of the bicycle in Toronto changed dramatically. The city's landscape shifted, and so did its priorities. Once a symbol of freedom, cycling was gradually pushed aside by the rise of the automobile. Cars began to dominate the roads, and city planning focused on accommodating traffic rather than people. For decades, riding a bike for transportation was rare and often seen as risky. Cyclists were few and far between, navigating streets designed for cars, not for people on bikes. But as traffic congestion worsened, the cost of driving soared, and concerns about health and the environment grew. Frustration with the status quo began to mount. People started to look for alternatives. More and more Torontonians began to see cycling as a practical, healthy, and even joyful way to get around. What was once considered fringe became a movement. City data shows daily bike trips have more than doubled in the last 15 years, a remarkable shift that's visible on the streets every day. This growth isn't limited to one group. It spans all ages, backgrounds, and neighborhoods. From children learning to ride in parks to seniors cycling for exercise, the movement is truly citywide. The installation of protected bike lanes, like those on Sherbourne and Bloor, made cycling safer and more appealing. These lanes became lifelines, encouraging even hesitant riders to give cycling a try. Grassroots advocates played a crucial role, organizing group rides, publishing cycling maps, and tirelessly pushing for change at City Hall. Their passion and persistence helped build a sense of community among cyclists. Their efforts shifted the political conversation and proved the demand for safe cycling was real. City leaders began to listen and new policies started to take shape. The result? A quiet but powerful return of the bicycle to Toronto's streets. Today, bikes are once again a familiar sight, blending seamlessly into the city's daily rhythm. Cycling is now woven into the fabric of city life, with people riding to work, school, shops, and everywhere in between. The movement is broad, inclusive, and growing, uniting people from all walks of life in a shared vision for a healthier, more connected city. Toronto's cycling revival is a testament to persistence, community action, and the belief that cities can change for the better when people work together. The city is rediscovering the power of the bicycle, one ride at a time, and the quiet revolution continues to gather momentum with every turn of the wheel. Bikeshare Toronto has become a true game-changer for urban mobility, transforming how people get around the city every single day. Launched in 2011, the program has grown rapidly, now spanning the city with thousands of bright green bikes at hundreds of convenient stations. Whether you're in the downtown core or a quieter neighborhood, a bike share station is never far away. The system is designed for simplicity. Just unlock a bike and you're ready for a quick, flexible trip. No need to worry about parking or traffic jams, and you don't need to own a bike or a car to get moving. For residents, Bikeshare Toronto is the perfect last-mile solution, seamlessly connecting major transit stops to final destinations. It makes commuting easier, faster, and more enjoyable, especially during rush hour. For tourists, it's a unique and eco-friendly way to explore Toronto's diverse neighborhoods and discover local culture. Riders can visit iconic attractions or hidden gems at their own pace, all while enjoying the city's vibrant atmosphere. Bikeshare Toronto also gives a boost to local businesses, as riders often stop at shops, restaurants, and cafes along their routes. This helps support the city's economy and encourages people to shop local. Its growing popularity fuels demand for even more stations and safer cycling infrastructure, encouraging the city to invest in new bike lanes and improved facilities for all riders. The visibility of so many cyclists on the streets helps normalize biking as a mainstream, everyday choice for people of all ages and backgrounds. Revenue from memberships and daily passes keeps the system growing and self-sustaining, ensuring that Bikeshare Toronto remains accessible and affordable for everyone. Bikeshare Toronto is more than just a convenient way to get around. It's a catalyst for a healthier, more connected, and more sustainable city on the move. Today, the green bikes are woven into the fabric of Toronto's urban identity, symbolizing a city that's always moving forward. Cycling's economic impact in Toronto is profound. Streets redesigned for bikes and pedestrians bring more customers to local businesses. Studies show that cyclists and walkers spend more at neighborhood shops than drivers. The cycling industry itself, bike shops, repairs, accessories, creates jobs and keeps money local. Healthier residents mean lower healthcare costs, and less congestion benefits all businesses. Investments in cycling infrastructure generate construction and planning jobs. The economic case is clear. Cycling pays dividends in retail, health, and urban efficiency. Toronto's prosperity is rolling forward on two wheels. Every new bike lane in Toronto sparks debate. Supporters see safer, greener streets and more vibrant neighborhoods. Opponents worry about lost parking, traffic congestion, and changes to local character. These debates reflect deeper questions about who city streets are for. Where bike lanes have been built, like on Richmond and Adelaide, they've transformed how people move. Political battles have led to both progress and compromise, shaping the city's streets and its politics. The debate continues, but the momentum for cycling is undeniable. Safety is the key to getting more people on bikes. For years, Toronto's streets felt dangerous for cyclists, especially on busy roads. Data showed that painted bike symbols weren't enough. Physical protection was needed. The city responded with protected lanes, lower speed limits, and safer intersections. Challenges remain: gaps in the network, blocked lanes, and driver behavior. But the goal is clear: a city where anyone, from kids to seniors, can ride safely. Safe streets are the foundation of Toronto's cycling future. Every bike trip means fewer emissions and cleaner air. Transportation is a major source of Toronto's carbon footprint, and cycling is a powerful solution. Fewer cars mean less air and noise pollution, benefiting everyone, especially children and seniors. Quieter, greener streets make neighborhoods more livable and pleasant. Bikes use space efficiently. More people can move on bikes than in cars, and parking needs shrink. Embracing cycling frees up land for parks and public spaces. The environmental benefits are immediate and long-lasting. Toronto's path to a greener city is paved with bike lanes. Cycling brings people together and breaks down barriers. Unlike cars, bikes are accessible to all, fostering equality on the streets. Sharing bike lanes creates a sense of community and mutual support. Cyclists connect more with their surroundings and each other, building stronger neighborhoods. Advocacy for safer streets has united residents and empowered communities. Bike lanes become symbols of collective achievement and civic pride. Cycling also boosts public health, reducing stress and improving well-being. Active, engaged citizens make for healthier, happier communities. The social fabric of Toronto is being strengthened, one pedal stroke at a time. On two wheels, the city feels more connected than ever. Toronto stands at a crossroads in its cycling journey. The next step is building a truly connected network that reaches every neighborhood. Innovation, like bike highways and smarter intersections, will be crucial. Technology and new mobility options, such as e-bikes, must be integrated thoughtfully. Collaboration is key. Residents, businesses, and city leaders must work together. Education and better street design will foster respect among all road users. The vision is clear: a city where anyone can ride safely, anywhere. Continued investment and political will are essential. Toronto's cycling revolution is gaining speed, promising a healthier, greener, and more vibrant city. The future is bright, and it's rolling forward on two wheels.